Frustration and anger have a similar relationship to fear and anxiety. While they are separate feelings and emotions, one tends to be more primal in its response, and the other is a response to past or future expectations. And this is why I'm doing a mini-series on emotions and feelings, because it's important to have a clear understanding of what we are going through. It's only when we have a clear picture of our circumstances that we can best address it and overcome it. Frustration properly understood provides an amazing path to developing more patience, becoming more relaxed in the moment, and performing and functioning at our best. Frustration is a feeling of dissatisfaction from an unfulfilled need or unresolved problem. It's important to note that frustration revolves around expectations we have related to past events or future desires. So framing frustration is nearly always looking at what you expect to happen and the thing that's not happening. And similar to anger, this emotion can flow out of events when you don't get your way. Not getting your playing time in the game, not winning, not executing in a specific skill, your teammate not doing what they were supposed to be doing. It's all centered around your projection of how something is supposed to go, and that's not happening. Essentially, you didn't get your way or have things go the way you expected. So let me give you 3 simple ways you can combat frustration before, during, and after an event. Remember, with any emotion or feeling, the goal is not to suppress, ignore, or even be frustrated that you are having the emotion or feeling. The goal is to recognize it and respond appropriately. So the best way to deal with frustration is to prepare in advance for the moments and situations you tend to get frustrated with. We all have specific things in our lives that get us frustrated. So knowing these things allows you to prepare in advance and determine your response and keep these feelings at bay because you're anticipating it and knowing what action to take. But sometimes frustrations surface without us seeing it coming, and preparing for that specific situation is just not possible. When the feeling surfaces in the moment, simply recognize it and ask yourself, is this something I can control? If you can't control it, getting frustrated about it won't serve any purpose. Simply acknowledge it and turn your attention to what you can control. This will move you into action and give you a mindset that moves away from the feeling of frustration. Now, the next step is after an event. If you didn't have the chance to prepare in advance and the frustration got the better of you in the moment, take time after the event to ask some questions. Was it something I could control? What is it that got me frustrated? Once you know what got you frustrated, you can work through the frustration by learning to let it go or determine an action that can resolve it or take steps to keep it from frustrating you next time. And let me close with this. Have you ever been frustrated and can't seem to figure out why? I find this happens to me on a regular basis. I'm irritated, frustrated, and when someone notices and asks why, I don't have an answer. Well, similar to dealing with frustration after an event, scan through your recent thoughts and moments and see if you can identify what you are frustrated about. And if you can identify it, work through it. And if you can't, which happens to me sometimes, you shrug your shoulders, say, that's interesting, take a deep breath, and either direct your focus to something actionable or do something active like a short walk, stepping outside, or anything that gets your body active. A body in motion is good for the mind, and soon that frustration will turn into fascination. So today, be different by deciding your frustration is not going to win. And when you do this, you'll be a difference maker. Carpe Eternitatis.